Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his Wednesday guest, Mr. Adrian Hernandez. How you doing, sir?
Let's go. It's Wednesday. Excited.
There you go. Man, something people have to realize is they have to follow you on Instagram. You are very active in putting out tremendous value. Just like video number 2, we're going to hit a topic you had in Instagram, and that is really what is stopping people from growing. So why don't you touch on that? How do you think of all of these things? And then let's talk about what that is, because you're putting out some cool stuff.
Well, I appreciate that, Zuber. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about why people aren't growing, I think it's a twofold. I think the first fold is mindset that we talk about often, right? It's mindset, because this game is 80% psychology, 20% what we actually do. So I think the first thing that holds people back is mindset. And for all of you, go back and watch the second video we did, because we talked about ways on how you can change this mind to look at what's good versus what's bad. But what I want to look at is the other fold. And the other fold is the actual business operations that we fail to create, these structures, systems, and processes that we fail to create in our business that forever keeps us trapped from growing. It puts a ceiling on us and our business, because let's be honest, if you were the only one building the Eiffel Tower, how long would it take the Eiffel Tower to be built? Probably never.
It ain't happening. It's going to fall down.
Eventually something's going to happen. Well, it's the same thing with our business, guys. And a lot of us think that we can do this alone. A lot of us think that we can go at it all by ourselves and build this beautiful Eiffel Tower without any help, systems, and processes. So the one thing that I got after studying new real estate agents and new real estate investors is very few of them ever put what's in here down on paper. You see, we all talk about standard operating procedures, SOPs. You may have heard of them.
Yeah.
We talk about systems and processes. And I'll talk to an agent and I'll say, hey, or an investor, and I'll say, hey, what's the process for getting a deal under contract? And they'll give me all of the processes on how they go do it. And I say, okay, great. If I was a new employee to your company, how do I follow that? Yeah. And they said, well, I'll just sit down and tell you.
No.
And okay. And how well does that work for you? And we realize it doesn't work that well. So what we have to challenge ourselves to do is to get these systems that are up here and put them on paper and create a standard operating procedure for people to follow. It's the same exact reason why when you and your family are hungry and you don't want to cook dinner, you go through a drive-through to trust a 16-year-old with you and your family's dinner.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's funny, but what's interesting is no one seems to complain about it.
No, they have a set of rules and processes. It gets cooked the same way every time, and you have a standard. You have a minimum expectation of what is to come. So I think that's.
And for those of you that ever worked at a food restaurant or at a fast food restaurant or Starbucks or anything like that, there is a process in front of you when you are making that sandwich or that drink on exactly how to do it.
Yeah.
But yet we think because we're in real estate, we don't need to do that. And we can figure it all out on our own. We can keep it in our head. And we're going to pray and hope that the person we hire has psychedelic abilities to read our mind.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Olivia, I still don't know how to read your mind. So please tell me what's going on. That's the one thing I told her very early on is, honey, I don't read minds. So please tell me when I screw up.
I wish I could.
Yeah, exactly.
Most men out there right now are shaking their heads like, yes.
Exactly. Well, it's funny that you bring this up, SOPs. This came to me, these 7 rules of one rental at a time came to me after 2 years of coaching people and helping people, both people that pay for my time and people that just get a hold of me somehow, some way. And you're so right? You sit down and you talk to people and you hope they get it. Most don't. Or most need to be reminded or answered questions. So that's why I did this, right? Focus, buy box. It's that simple, right? It all starts there. Daily discipline, 20 minutes a day, grow your network, get off the computer, go meet and talk to people. I know it's a crazy market. It's hard online. Go meet more people, get off market deals. Learn the average. Great deals, good deals don't just happen.
Yep.
You have to know what average is. Once you know average, you can do good or great. It doesn't work the other way around. Number 5, bad things happen. Understand they happen. Learn the lesson. Move on. Number 6, this is a 5 or 10 year commitment, not a 5 or 10 week commitment. And then finally, the one that I added that is actually kind of the newest one of the 7 is you have to audit your personal network, because there are some people in it that are draining your battery when you need people to charge your battery. And also as you grow, your network's going to change. So you're right. This is like, here, folks, this is how to do it. This is the raw pieces, the cookie dough of one rental at a time. It's pretty cool.
And it's duplicatable. It's a system. It's right there in front of us. We know how to follow it, right? And as you guys, what's crazy is we all look at that and we go, oh, how simple, right?
Yeah.
But yet we don't simplify it for ourselves.
No, it was funny. We did an event together where I was unfortunately not in person, but online. And that was the line. That was like 90% of our discussion. And it's funny, right? People ask questions like, well, number 5, number 3, number 2, right? The answers are in there. You just have to realize, and that was powerful for me to kind of give that talk. That was the first time I'd ever broke it down that simply to a big room. And yeah, these rules of one rental at a time are pretty powerful.
It was awesome, man. We have the recording, by the way. So
I haven't got it yet. That would be cool.
All right. I'll have Isaac send it to you, but
I appreciate that.
For all of us, guys, if we want to learn if we eventually remember this, if you want to speed up, there are times where you got to learn to slow down. So if you want your business to get a little bit further, take some time, slow down, create some systems, take what is here, put it on paper, create some operations, a step-by-step process of someone to follow, right? And then go trust that person to follow it. And that's the last point, because it's the hardest, is actually trusting someone to do it, especially people that have been operating by themselves for a long time, because you want to do it all on your own. And I get it. But remember, we can't grow alone. And then remember this quote. I'll leave us with this quote. I love quotes, by the way, ever since it is what it is. Okay. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with others. It's an African proverb. And the only way to go fast with others is they have to know, if you want to go far with others, they have to know what to do. So create a system, create a process, go find others. And I guarantee you'll have a completely different business a year from now.
Love that, man. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for helping me be a little bit better. Thank you for video number 2. People need to go watch that video. I'm going to watch it 3 times in a row again. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate you, brother.